Hey, what's up, YouTubers? Today I've got a huge toy haul. I've got three figures from the Marvel Hasbro Hero Vision line. It's the Wave 2 set. I'm so stoked to get it today. It's Falcon, Iron Spider, and Doctor Strange. And without further ado, let's get started on the unboxing video. And let's get started with Doctor Strange first. Here is the box art right here. Awesome detail. Same thing you saw from the first line. On the bottom is a UPC code. Feel free to pause it so you can check it out and see which local store has it in stock. On the back's a little graphic art of Doctor Strange with the Infinity Stone on his little accessory piece there. Let's get out of the box. And here's Doctor Strange right out of the box. I can't harp it on enough. It's awesome the details they put in these basic figure lines, like especially like the removable cape for Doctor Strange. They did a good job with the sculpting and the mold on his cape, detailing inside and outside. The pattern's pretty cool. It's similar like it is on the Marvel Legends series from 2 years ago, but I think they did an awesome job with it. And with the figure itself, they did a good job. They put the time stone right in the middle there with his necklace. With the head sculpt, they did a good job with a almost resembling Benedict Cumberbatch, not quite exactly, but still pretty good for a basic figure line. Again, not a bad job with the head sculpt. I was considering buying two of these, but I only had one stock, just because if you look at his head sculpt, it kind of reminds me of Tony Stark's, and I was wondering if you could pop that head off and put it on the Iron Man body, but it's a little bit larger ball joint on the Wave 1 than it is the Wave 2, which I found was kind of strange. Yeah, and they did a good job with the figure itself. The only complaint is you see on his leg right there, the little like skirt or whatever he's wearing is like part of his leg instead of being a separate piece. That's one of my gripes with it, but can't really complain much with a $10 figure. Was fortunate enough to find this actually. Stopped by Target early morning Thursday, and with my girlfriend, and we found these figures in stock. I thought it was pretty cool. I was lucky enough to find them. Haven't found it since in any other areas. And if we look at his accessory over here, which is, yeah, I don't really know what it's called, so forgive me for that. But on some sites it says effect piece, on other sites it said hex. I don't know exactly what it is, so forgive me again for that. I just popped the Infinity Stone on there, the Time Stone specifically. And once it's on there, I'm going to go and place it on the figure. It's got a little handle you can put on his left hand. So you kind of have it like in action, like you saw on the box art on the back of the box. And the only thing with the cape, though, like unlike the Marvel Legends, I wish there was like a piece that kind of kept it together so it doesn't jumble to one side, like left or right. And there's Doctor Strange with his accessory piece. Not a bad figure again. One of my favorite ones of the three. Next, we're gonna go move on to the Iron Spider figure. And here we have the box for the Iron Spider figure. Box art in the front. Not bad. Also comes with the Iron Spider legs, which is pretty cool. And on the bottom's the UPC code. Feel free to pause it again. On the back's the cover art with the figure and his accessory piece on there. And the other figures with Thor and Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is part of Wave 2, which I did see in the store as well, but didn't decide to pick that up because it wasn't what figure I was looking for. And here's Iron Spider out of the box. Awesome job with this figure. I like it a little bit better than the Marvel Legends was. I'm not sure if you guys seen that one yet, but the paint detail they did on here and the application was pretty good. And it's kind of hard to see, but if you kind of look in a little bit close here at his eyes, it has like the aperture blades, the scenes where his eyes get big and small. So that's cool that they put even like the littlest detail in there for these basic figures. Again, it's awesome that they take the time and effort to do that. And also, I applaud them for putting paint details on the back of the figure, which is pretty cool because there are some figures in this line where the back piece isn't even painted on there like the same on the front would be, or the same effort isn't on the front, I should say. So I kind of wish Hasbro kept that consistent. And there's the hole for the Iron Spider legs, which we'll go ahead and assemble right now. And here's this little like backpack accessory that comes with it, and you just pop in the legs like that in each one. There's going to be about four of them. I'm actually surprised that they have the Iron Spider legs for the basic line, but it didn't include it in the Marvel Legends line, which I thought was kind of strange. Another thing with this figure, though, I do wish there was a little bit more articulation in the waist and the abdomen, because with a Spider-Man figure, just in general, and the way his character moves, kind of having it stiffed with just like a standing position is kind of awkward in terms of posing this figure. Again, nitpicking, but not bad again for a basic figure line. And we're going to go ahead and pop the accessory on the back right there. And there he is with his accessory. He kind of can collapse the Iron Spider legs inward like that. Kind of weird. And then you can also expand it out again. Those are the only type of movements you can actually do with the Iron Spider legs. And on the back, I'm going to go ahead and pop the Space Stone on there. And there, it's fully on there. And there's the Iron Spider figure for the Hasbro Hero Vision basic figure line. Not a bad figure. Isn't my favorite one out of the three that I bought. But without further ado, we'll get started on the third unboxing, which is going to be Falcon, which is the one I was looking most forward to actually in this toy haul. Other than Doctor Strange, I think Iron Spider I'd put probably last. So on the bottom is the UPC code again, and on the back is the art for Falcon and the other characters in Wave 2, which is Iron Spider, Gamora, and Doctor Strange. And let's get Falcon out of the box here. And good job overall with the sculpting of Falcon. You know, try to get as close as you can to Anthony Mackie. I do like how they use him with the goggles, like in action. And again, to reiterate, awesome detailing on the paint app and the sculpting. Those little gauntlets on his arm here. And the detailing on his sleeves and his whole suit, actually. And on the bottom, of course, not much difference in terms of or not much variations, I should say, in terms of paint, because it's basically just gray, red, and black. And you see the hole there for his accessory with the wings. Get started on assembling the wings. Same backpack accessory you saw on the Iron Spider figure. Just go ahead and pop in that wing on the left side. And there's a little groove inside there that will connect to the wings so you can move it up and down. Except for the other side, actually. I did see a review with Face Smacker Studios, who does awesome figure reviews as well. He was having issues with one of his wings as well. I think it's the right one, which you're about to see right here. It's kind of got issues like inserting it and moving it around. You can kind of just keep it in one place. It doesn't really move up and down as smoothly as the other side does, which I think is probably a defect with the accessory. Kind of unfortunate because this was one figure that I was really looking forward to using a lot for stop motion. But overall, not a bad accessory. Let's go ahead and put this on Falcon. And I think I'm going to keep it like this for display purposes, because I'm not sure if you saw it earlier in the video, but let me go and show you again. On the box, it kind of has his wings propelled up, which I think looks kind of awkward in that pose. I think the way I have it right now is probably how I would display it on my shelf, to be honest with you. Now, I'd either have it like that or with the wings down, because I think it looks pretty cool like this as well. My other thing is, I wish they would have included one of his weapons as an accessory with this figure to go along with the wings. Kind of like how you saw in the Infinity War trailer or in the Infinity War movie, which has been out over 2 months now. So hopefully you guys have seen that. I'm going to pop in the Infinity Stone in the back. Looks like it's the Reality Stone. And for size comparisons now, I'm going to compare Falcon with the Captain America from the same series line, but the Wave 1. And scale size, pretty accurate. You know, Falcon and Cap kind of the same height in the movie. And I'm going to compare Doctor Strange with the same series, but the Wave 1 Iron Man. I think they did a good job with scaling in terms of keeping it consistent through Wave 1 and Wave 2. And then now I have the Iron Spider with Iron Man from the same series line. Only thing that didn't scale well with these figures is the Hulk and the Hulkbuster one, I would say. But overall, good job. The only thing I will say about Iron Spider, he's a little bit taller than the other ones. He shouldn't be that tall, I think, in terms of scale size. I wish kind of made the figure a little bit smaller and probably a little bit more articulation. Again, nitpicking for a basic series line, but whatever. And here we have the basic Hero Visions line with the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive Thanos. I still think in terms of some Marvel Legends, these figures do scale fairly well. With other ones, not so much, but I think in this case it does scale well with the Thanos figure. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this latest toy haul. Awesome detail and job that Hasbro did with these figures. I would say, in order, my favorite probably with the Falcon figure, then Doctor Strange and Iron Spider. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below or feedback from me or questions you have for me as well. And be sure to check out my Instagram at PackPhotos. for my latest pickups and stop motion. Wait a minute. We don't get any reviews? Come on.